Welcome back. Schools across the country will reopen for the 2022-2023 school year by the end of this month. But how do you know if a particular school is right for your children or your child? Gillian Thompson, principal of Trinity Christian Schools, is speaking with us about this topic. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning and thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure having you on the show, having Trinity Christian Schools on the show, and just talking about schooling and children in general, because it's that time of year. So tell us, what do you describe as the right fit, and how can you ensure that your child's schools meets this criteria?
Well, Mr. Daniels, the right fit is actually based, in my opinion, on what you value. So the parents' core values will determine what the right fit for their child is. And that is also considering your child's individual, God-given, unique personality and nature. And of course, a parent's hopes and dreams for their child. All of those things will enable the parent to determine what the right fit actually is. And you might want to even consider your child's interests. Is your child a sports-minded child? Does your child enjoy science and technology? What kind of school environment are you looking for that will enable your child to really thrive? Because the ultimate goal for education will be to help to prepare our children for lifelong success. And we really want our children to be able to have a thriving early foundation in terms of their education.
So you probably mentioned a few of them just then, but what are the direct benefits of finding a school that's the right fit for your child?
Well, according to research, one of the main benefits is to really help learning to take place. So for instance, if your child is in an environment where they feel valued, where they feel seen, where they feel connected to their teachers, learning is really going to take place. And for some children, that may be in an environment that is a large school environment where they have an opportunity to be involved in many different things. For others, it will require a smaller environment where they can have a more intimate setting with their teachers and really have more of a personalized connection.
So what advice would you give to parents who are kind of stuck in between to figure out whether or not this school that their child attends or is about to attend is the right fit?
Mm-hmm. Well, I would say the first thing is to really decide what are your hopes and dreams for your child? What is it that you really want for your child in light of this changing modern world? I would say that parents should prayerfully consider their child's uniqueness and also make a list of what those values are, what your hopes and dreams are for your child. And then talk to other parents, get feedback from parents who've been to other schools, whose children are currently thriving where they are, and do your research. I always advise people to make sure that they visit the campus. It's important to really get a feel for what the campus is like and ask questions. Use the feedback, but then ultimately filter all of that through what your personal desires are for your child. You know your child best, and you will have to make your decision based on what you know your child really needs. You want an institution that's actually student-centered. You want to look for a school that actually, no matter how small or large it is, you want a school that's really intuitive to how children learn. You also want a school that's trying to stay current with today's technologies, as well as the needs for the 21st century, because we're actually preparing our children for a future in a changing world. So we need to make sure that that institution, wherever they are, is growing and also adapting while maintaining that focus on how children actually learn.
So you mentioned something that I want to just dig into a little bit. Small school versus a large school. I know we normally think about that when it's time to go to college and you're thinking about large universities versus, let's say, a small community college. But considering the same thing for high school or primary school, what's the benefits of a small school versus a large school?
I think that there are some real benefits that actually, I think that a smaller school, like for instance, Trinity Christian Schools, will provide your child with a more intimate, more personalized learning experience. And I think COVID-19 has sort of enabled those smaller schools to actually meet the needs of parents who are really looking for a more safe, a smaller, more intimate, more secure environment as opposed to a larger school setting. However, a larger school setting will most likely offer more amenities. If you're looking for more opportunities for your child to be involved, more personnel, more, I guess, greater facilities, then possibly a larger school setting would be more appropriate. But a larger school setting can also offer that personalized experience based on the school's philosophy. I think it really depends ultimately on the school's personal philosophy.
I agree with you 100%. I can see where both, small and large schools would have advantages and disadvantages, but that's all based on, as you said, what the parent wants with the child and what your child's likened towards, if I'm going to say that. What is it they like? What direction they're going to be heading? So if you're currently in a school that doesn't meet these requirements or this criteria, what advice would you give to parents to express these concerns or to, I guess, pivot?
I think the greatest advice that I can give to parents this morning would be to really remain in close communication with the school administrators and the teachers. That's the best thing you can do, to realize that actually it's really a partnership. And that partnership has to be a strong partnership with open communication. Share your hopes and dreams with your child's teachers and administrators, and then continue to monitor the progress. Monitor your child's overall well-being, and make sure that you're really keeping track of their progress to just continue to guide the whole process and make sure your child is thriving.
Yes, that definitely makes sense. There's to be a constant loop of communication. Everyone's involved. It's not just the teachers, it's the parents, it's the admin staff, it's the other students in the class.
Absolutely.
But you mentioned, yes.
And you might even have to supplement. If your child's school is currently not offering everything that you need on your list, you might need to supplement. That's what parents most likely will have to do, because no school is actually going to be a perfect school, and you want to make sure that you are supplementing in areas where you can. For instance, if the school doesn't offer a vibrant sports program, or if they're working their way towards that, you may want to sign your child up for an after-school club. So you may have to supplement in order to really make sure that your child has that complete, well-rounded experience, and really work along with the school.
Agreed, 100%. So before we close out, I want us to talk about Trinity Christian Schools quickly. What are the top reasons to choose TCS?
The top reasons to choose Trinity Christian Schools is we definitely are a family style school. We like to think of ourselves as the small school with big heart. We operate as if we are a home school. So you're going to get that personalized individual approach to learning. Every child is known on campus. It's a team approach. And so the teachers know the children, they are supportive of all the children, and we have a close connection with our parents. So we're getting that family style atmosphere as well as high quality learning. We have been operating for 30 years this year. This is our 30th anniversary, and we're very pleased to know that we've been helping to nurture lifelong achievers. So we're very proud of the children that we have produced.
I love that. I love that. And as we leave today's segment, as we wrap up, tell us quickly, how can parents or guardians contact you at Trinity Christian Schools?
You can find us online at trinityschoolsbahamas.com. That's our website. We also have an Instagram and Facebook presence, so check us out. We're really looking forward to celebrating our 30th anniversary and really just celebrate what Trinity Christian School is all about. Our theme this year is embracing change, enriching lives, and exceeding expectations together in Christ Jesus.
Okay. There you go. Very well said. Mrs. Gillian Thompson, principal of Trinity Christian Schools, here talking about the right fit, giving us wonderful advice on how to connect with your child, connect with the school, so that we can make sure we launch them in the right direction in the future. And if you think Trinity Christian Schools is the school for that, reach out to Mrs. Thompson. She'd love to talk to you. Thank you for joining us this morning, Mrs. Thompson, on Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you so much for having me. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. You're watching Moms at Sunrise. We'll be right back.